Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach. I have close to 18 plus years of experience working in multiple MNCs around the globe and having in-depth knowledge of DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. So I would like to introduce you one certification program in a DevOps, and that is we call it DevOps Certified Professional. Now this is a 2 months of program, 25 tools of DevOps you will learn, and apart from that you will also get the access to the LMS, lifetime access to the videos portal. It's a certification program, and you will have 25 assignments and 2 projects along with it. It's a completely weekend program, so here you have classes on Saturday and Sunday. So as part of this course, you will learn multiple things. Here you see that you will learn Linux, AWS, Docker, Jira, Confluence, Python, Git with GitHub, SonarQube, Maven, Gradle, Packer, Artifactory, Selenium, JMeter, Ansible, Kubernetes, Helm, Terraform, Jenkins, Datadog, Splunk, and Neuralink. Now, how do we, apply for this? So how can you reach out to us? So you have a WhatsApp number and email ID. So please reach out to us, and we'll help you to onboard this program. Apart from this DevOps certified professional programs, we are offering other certifications as well in a DevSecOps, SRE, and one of the very comprehensive programs which we have is in Master in DevOps Engineering. Yeah, so feel free to get in touch with us and then enroll for it. Thank you. Okay, so the question which I'm going to cover now is how to create an image and then followed by how to share an image. So you will have to understand what is an image. Okay, that's a important one. Now I'm not taking you to too much deep actually, okay, because I know you will get lost here. But those who have an interest to get into this topic more in detail, you can go through LMS, and some recordings will be available dedicated to image itself. So right now, the image what you say is just a name, it's a tag. For example, you can tell me trainer, or you can also call me Rajesh. You can also call me Raj. So it's like a tag to me, correct? Individual, uh, you know, I'll be the person, or anyone can be tagged with many things. So here image is a tag. Okay. So basically what is image? So image is nothing but a collections of file system. I'll put it in this way. There's one file system. On top of that, there's one other file system. On top of that, there's one other file system. And top of that, another file system. So these all are file system. Okay, separate file system. Mind it, separate file system. So you'll say like what will contain? So always the base file system which you have, the lowest one, which you can call it a 0. Okay, this you have root file system. Root file system in the just now I discussed actually OPT or something like that. On top of that, let's say you do install Java. So only Java will be here in this file system. Only Java. For example, let me show you the Java file system just so you can understand. Where is that Java? Only this one. Well, only this one. This is the file system. Only this one you will find in this file system. So Java, on top of that, let's say Tomcat. Only Tomcat. And this is your applications, only applications. So here if you only study this one, you will get only applications. Here you study Java, here no Tomcat, and here Java, and here root file system. So here let's say you want Java image. Okay, you want base image, so you create an image, tag this one. Let me tag this one, and you say hey, it's a 1.2 or CentOS or Fedora or Debian. I mean, a lot of flavors we have, right? 40 plus flavor. So this can be root file system, base image we call it, base image. Okay. Now on top of that, let's say you say no, I need a Java. So you will get these two together, and this is Java now. So when you download this image, Java image, you will get this layer also, and this layer. Now I was calling earlier file system, but in a Docker we call it a layer. So layer 0, layer 1, layer 2, layer 3. So here these two layers is file system basically, but we call it layer. So you got a Java image. Now we'll say I need an image of Tomcat. So Tomcat required Java, Java required root file system. So here you can tag this third layer, and this is called Tomcat. So this is the top layer, parent layer this one, for this parent layer this one, this guy is without parent. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say?
Who is tagging this one? It's manually tagged or it's automatically tagged?
Those I'll tell you later, but first understand that anatomy of image.
Okay.
Okay, and then here your application for your company, which required prerequisite as a Java, Tomcat required Java, Java required root file system. So when you tag this one, this is your application DevOps school or something like that. Understood? So what I'm trying to tell you, image is just a tag which contains layers. Layer is equal to file system. Each file system, you have a certain files consist of applications. Bottom file system, which you call it root file system or base image, that is root file system for your flavor of Linux, whatever you want to use it. Make sense? It's not operating system, mind it. It's a root file system only. Okay, so now how do I see that? Let me see, let me explore it. So how do I see the list of layers? List of layers. So I have so many images actually, and see 4 images I am having developed by someone else. So I want to see, this is a base image, this is a Python. So base image plus Python. Here you have a base image plus Java plus Tomcat. Are you understanding? And here you have only Tomcat. So let's see the Tomcat. So Docker inspect Tomcat. And how many layers you have? Look at this. These are many layers you have. Okay. So these
So,
all file system. These
so
all file system.
layer means it is the all those file system you are telling it. It is called the layer.
File system. Files. I'll show you that physically also. I'll show you that. Let me show you here. Where is the layers located? Saved. Cd var lib docker. Where is that? Oh, bad command. Var lib docker. Huh. Go to overlay directory. It will be in recordings. Am I recording this session? Yes, I'm recording. So here overlay directory, and these are all the layers. These are all the layers. Okay. So look at this. So many layers. I want to go to the largest layer. So let me do one thing. View hyphen sh hyphen max, so depth is equal to 1. So size is, this is the, okay, my god, this is the largest layer. Let's go for 84 MB, and this is one layer. Okay, go to the under the diff directory, and you see this is the empty one. So merge will be having this merge layer actually. Yeah, see, have you seen this file system somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the locations var lib docker overlay 2. That's where all the layers will be located. And you see this is containers will be mounted. Let me show you the mount. df-kh. Look at this. This is the mount actually. This is location. Look at this. I'm not getting into too much of depth because you get lost, but at a high level actually. Okay, these are mounted. Okay, so now each container. So what happens? What happens, these are the image which have a multiple layers. What happens, let me tell you what happens when you create a container. Mind it what I'm saying. When you create a container, all these layers get merged into one layer, and this layer is getting attached to the user, and this is called container. So I've been telling you, right? One mount here, mount everywhere. So this is called mount actually. So what happens, this mount created using the merging all layers into one layer, and that is getting mounted. You see that? I just now I showed you mount. This is the mounted df-kh. If you do see, these are all the mounts actually. So this many containers I'm having it. So this many mounts you have it. So now what will happen every time? What happens when you create a container? These all layers get merged into create one merge layer, mount inside the container, create one merge layer, mount inside the container. This is happening actually. Okay, so now this I wanted to tell you anatomy of image at a high level. Now the question was how do we create an image? So you have to create an image, let's say, very simple way. Just a second.
How do you know
Okay,
what are the
so
layers out there in that image, Rajesh? Like you showed like seven or eight, right?
uh,
How do you, what are the names of the layer? It's all like binary codes we see, right? So
40 character hash value identified by these all
uh,
layers will be identified by 40 character hash value. Okay, so now you decided. Okay, so let me put it as some example that will be easier. So my manager came to me just in the break time. Okay, and he said, Rajesh, I need one image. So I said, okay, I'll create it. Then he said he want the base Ubuntu or CentOS, whatever it is. Let's say Ubuntu. Okay, and then top of that, what he want to add Java. On top of that, what he want to add Git. Top of that, he want to add Apache 2, and top of that, he want to download some files index.html. Keep it files index.html. This is your package you can consider. These are the prerequisite just for the sake of it. So I said, okay, fine. What do you want? So he said, give me this image which has a Ubuntu as a base plus Java plus Git plus Apache 2 and index. I said, okay. Then he said, how much time it will take? I said, only 2 minutes. That means what I'm trying to tell you here, if you understand the stake, if you understand the architecture, image creation process will take only 2 minutes. Okay, so for that I'm going to create. So I've asked one thing. So I said, hey, do you want all this thing, this one, because this I'll get it from some base image, right? So do you want all this thing in one layer? Mind it, one layer, or you want everything in separate layer? This uh, one layer for this, one layer for this, one layer for this, one layer for this. What do you want? So he said, okay, do one thing. First, you give me this image, and after that, you can convert into this image also. That means here, Ubuntu will be a separate layer, Java will be Ubuntu will be separate layer, and this thing will be in one layer. Here, Ubuntu will be in separate layer, this Java will be separate, Git is in separate, Apache 2 will be in separate, index.html will be in separate. Are you understanding, all of you?
what is the advantage for doing that?
Huh?
Separate layer?
Hello?
What is the advantage of being in a separate layer and in a single layer?
If it is a one layer, then if you want to change only this one, then you have to modify everything. If it is in separate layer, then you have to only modify this layer. It will take less time, few seconds you'll save it.
Okay,
Let's say someone will say, hey, I want Ubuntu plus Java only, then you can give it. But here in this case, you cannot give it because Ubuntu plus everything, correct now?
okay, got
Got it? So this way.
it.
So it's up to you. Both are okay. So I was doing something. Yeah. So first I'll show you this approach. So for this, I will use one container from Ubuntu, and for this I'll use the Docker file. Both the way you can create an image. I repeat, using existing container for Docker file. So Docker file will create a one layer for each changes, and here it will install the everything. So let's get started. I'm creating an image. So what do we do in this case? So I need to have, you know what? First I'll do the cleanup a little bit because so many things are
Rajesh,
there.
yeah, sorry for interruption. So here my concern was about JDK version. So base image could be multiple, right? So based on that version,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So either I
You can
should.
you can you can decide which version you want. That you can decide.
Okay, okay,
Okay, so guys. So I want to do one thing. I want to stop all the container in one go. This is a shortcut command because so many containers are there. I don't want to do one by one and delete one go itself. So say stopping all the containers one by one. removing all the containers. Let me check here. Docker ps -a, no containers right now. So what to do? I'll, as per my manager requirement, first I need the Java. So let me get a Java container first. Let me close this guy. Is irritating me again and again. So Docker run hyphen itt Ubuntu. Enter. I got one container which you have here. I will go inside a container. So Docker exec hyphen it container id bin bash. All this thing I taught you. Where are you? In Ubuntu. So what he wants Java. So first apt get Linux. You should be very strong. Update. This is the first thing I did. Update the container, and after that I install the Java and plus Git. So Java,
So
installing
Rajesh, we
Java.
are in the container right now, right? We are in the
Of course,
container.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So Java package, it's not there. So what to do? So install Java DevOps school. I have a tutorial for each and everything. It's just a matter of you go and find out. If you find some tutorials are not there, you can uh, put it in the WhatsApp group. So remember that here I did Y. Okay, Y means yes, manually. Java installation is taking time. In AWS it will be faster, but in a laptop and it'll take at least 5-7 minutes, I guess. So Java, I'm installing it. It's all I'm doing nothing great inside a container. I'm running Linux command to do the stuff. Okay.
So Rajesh, we create one container, okay, and in container, according to our demand or request, we will pull the packages into that container.
Just like you
Yeah.
configure the any Linux box, you should configure the Linux container also.
Oh,
Okay, done guys. Java is done. Yeah, Java is done. What else he was looking for it? He wanted Git also. So Git is a little okay. It takes less time. Why? Git will be done faster. After that, he was looking for Apache 2, right? Yeah, I know that command. So Apache 2. See, why I missed it? So here I'm providing it. Done. And he wanted to have index.html. Which location? So var www.html. This is the locations. So what to do? Index.html. I'll go out of it. And the index.html you can consider as a package. Okay. So vi index.html. Hello Docker, save it. Docker cp index.html. Container, where is the container? Docker ps. Sorry, my keyword has to be replaced. Actually, I'm qctl. No, sorry. Docker cp index.html to container. The location was var or www/html. Correct now? So done.
yeah.
Cop Successfully copied inside a container. Remember, from host machine I'm copying inside a container. Okay. So that is done. So everything is done. Can I verify from exit from outside? Yes, you can do that. How? Let me show you. Docker execute this container. What you want to verify? First Java. So just run execute. IT, if you don't match it, then you have you can run from outside also. Java is there inside a container. Git is there or not? Let me verify it. Is there. Remember that Git is here also, but inside a container also. Inside a container also. And Apache. So which Apache? I know all commands, so I'm running faster, but yeah, you have to practice it. So done. And index.html, can I verify? So ls var www/html. See there, everything is done. Now what to do? So as per my manager demands, I got it everything. Everything you got it, prerequisite, Java, applications, everything. And then now I'm going to create a container. So how do you do that? Sorry, image. How do we do that? So here, Docker commit. Who are you? Why you are committing? Because it has Ubuntu plus update plus Java plus Git plus plus n number of software. And then who are you? Rajesh. So Rajesh, and
Tagging
then
this is right.
it's tagging.
We are putting
A
tag.
means
Yeah, yeah.
author, okay. And then which container? This container. What is the image name? This image name. That's all. This will create your image. I repeat, this will create image. Commit, message, author, container. You're committing, and then this is the image name. Enter. It takes some time because image is a huge actually. So done. Docker, Docker images. See that this is image. The size is 908, and this is the base image which I use it. So Docker history, commit history, you can see that through here. And this was the last commit has happened in Ubuntu, and I want to show you the commit history of my new image. You see that till here it was Ubuntu, and this is the huge layer, only one layer which has everything, 831 MB. So this is the layer, and this whole thing layers together is called this image. So when you get this image, we will have all these layers. This is a commit history, by the way, and so on. So it's so easy. So now what to do with this image? I don't think so. I need to teach you. Docker run -d and this one, and Docker ps. See that? Sorry. What I did? Uh, ps-a. So here this container got exited because some reason, but here it is. Okay, ITD. Okay, ITD. I forgot that. Now it will not exiting. IT you have to add it. Yeah. So here you see this container is from this. This container is from this. So this is the way you created an image. Now, so I have created this image. Now manager said, okay, you have to get this all this software in a different layers also. How do you do that? So you have to write a code for it. It's automation. Let me tell you here, this is a manual work, but in a DevOps we don't do the manual work. For everything we write a code for it. So here in Docker image, to create a Docker image you need to write a code that is called Dockerfile, and I'm writing a Dockerfile. So let me put it up in this way. Mind it. So here this is the code I'm writing. The name of the file is Dockerfile. This is the code. So what do you want? Base image from Ubuntu. And who are you? Maintainer. Who are you? Rajesh Kumar. And email ID also you can put it up, whatever the format you want it. You can do that. Okay. So what you want inside that in a container? So I want to run this one apt get update, first update, and then after that I want to run install. Whatever I run manually, I'm doing this one actually -y. This package name. This package name is wrong, so here I have to copy from here. Okay. And what do you want else? You want install git. What else you want? You want to install Apache 2. Okay. These all are Linux command. Apache 2. What else you want? You want to copy some files, right? Index.html, right? So how do you do that? So copy from the current location index.html. From where? So var var what was that, www html. So this current, so this is your file. You know what will happen? This is one layer, two layer, three layer, four layer, five layer, six layer. So here, if you I showed you, if you if you remember that, so here you have only one layer. Let me show you. History command, only one layer, everything you got it. But here I will have so many layers. Understood, all of you? So can we run this command? This is automation, CI automation, coding for it. So vi docker file, and you know what? This is taking too much of time, so I'll just ignore it. This will be faster. So vi docker file, enter it. This is your code. Okay. So this is the code, and then you need to run this image. So how do you do that? So docker commit. This is the commit. No. Commit, not commit. Build command. You have to build this command. -t image name Raju Kaka. Oh no, Ramu Kaka, right? Ramu Kaka. And then where is the image? Dockerfile dot. That's all. So this will create a new image using Dockerfile. Whatever the steps I have written here, it will be done actually. Wait for it. See that. Step number 1, 2, 3, and somewhere downside it will be done. All stuff. So this is the automated way. You have to run only this command. You write a code, proper code, okay, for this. Run this automation command, and you can run through the CI, DevOps, Jenkins, this, that, and all automations. This will be no manual activity. I'm not doing anything as such. You write a Docker file once and get it done. So meanwhile it's being done, I want to show you some Docker file. For example, Docker Hub, Docker Hub Jenkins. This Jenkins is the one application which you have to learn, and how this image has been developed. You should check this out. So let me show you the image for this. This is a Docker file. You will find on the GitHub. See that from run. This is the variable you should define, so you can reuse it. Setting environment variable inside a container. Run volume, run env, run copy arg, run, and this is the kind of, you see that. Okay, so now let me show you here. I got another image which is Ramu Kaka or something, which is the 251 MB, because Java I did not install it. Understood now? How do we write automation?
Rajesh, yeah, and Rajesh, one more thing. So sometimes we compile the code as well. So do we need to compile anything here? So we just try to compile in the kernel as well. Is it something we have
No,
to do,
no,
or
no,
okay?
no, nothing.
Okay.
There was no compilation process. I mean, inside a container, you can compile it if you want. You have to download. You keep this, copy the whole source code, and then run the command. This I use the straightforward command. Any commands, it can be any commands here which is supported. It can be any commands here. Okay. So now I showed
What is
you image.
what is the name of the Docker file you created? That is the,
Just Docker file. That's all.
and it can be overwritten if somebody writes the Docker file again. Like it's do you add name?
You can keep it. Why to fight with each other? Just change the file name. That's all. File name. That's all. This one.
Okay.
Different name. F option. By default, it read the Docker file.
Okay.
Okay. So now I created image, and now how to give it to my manager? He is expecting this image. So how do I give it? So I have to use registry. Though you'll do in the private registry, but right now I don't have a private registry like Nexus and Artifactory and all. So what to do? I have accounts here, and anyone can start account. So I don't think so. I should teach you how to register that account and this, that, and all. So that I'm not expecting you to teach. I should teach. Okay, not you to teach. So here you can register account. I have accounts, so many accounts. I have registered myself. So how do I log into hub.docker.com? So there's a command for it. Docker login. Docker login. And what is
Rajesh,
the use?
one more question. So let's say if I wanted to share this image with my manager, right? So definitely, I think either I have to use this way, or can I copy this image somewhere in the SharePoint and my manager will access? It is not the
Yeah,
approach I'm
that's what I'm
discussing.
saying. That's what I'm doing actually. You will have internal registry. You have to upload the image over there. How? So this, just for time being, you assume this is your enterprise URL. Simple.
Oh,
Like this website will be having for your for your company also, internal website. This is a public
okay.
website, so you'll have a look, I mean, private website also. Okay, so now I have to log into hub.docker.com. So what is username? So DevOps schools. Password I don't tell you. And see, login succeeded. Okay, so this is the one, and see that this all are the previous demo. So it's like a GitHub. You can create a repository. So the image is containing in the repository itself. So let me create a repository here. These all commands are given for support. What is a repository? So what is in March, right? It's March. Date is 12 and 2023. And this is the public repository. Private repository you'll have to pay for it. Okay, one private repository free of cost is allowed. You should read this simple website. Create it. So this repository I created. Now last pushed a few seconds ago. There's no push actually, just things is there. So what to do? So it's a private view. Okay, it's a private view. This all commands are there for help you read it. What to do? So I have to log in. Now this repository name is this one. Okay, mind it. So I want to push this one one image, which is Ramu Kaka repository. This is the image name. Okay, so what to do? So this Ramu Kaka and this should be matched. So what to do? I'm going to tag it. Tag is like Arya says to Docker. Tag it Ramu Kaka. This should be matched, otherwise you'll not be able to push it. So now if you see that here, Ramu Kaka and this guy is hitting to the same image ID. That means it's just alias. Okay, mind it. So this name and this name should be matching, else you'll not be pushing it. So now what I'm doing, Docker push and this guy enter. That's all. So 251, see the pushing happen. Now anyone in the whole world, those who wants to have image which is Ubuntu, Java, Git, Apache 2, Index or whatever I created, they can have it by pulling this image, public view, and here, including my manager, he should be able to pull it from here and he will get this. See that, pull, dab, dab, dab. That's all. Understood now? All of you? Hello?
Yes. Yes.
So what I taught you in this session, I taught you what is an image first of all. You can repeat the recordings. Then how to create an image using container, where all this thing will be in a one layer. But second thing, I taught you how to create an image using Dockerfile, where each lines will become one layer. I wanted to show you actually. Let me show you. Docker history Ramu Kaka. Look at this. Till here it is Ubuntu. Look at this. Till here it is Ubuntu. After that, one layer, two layer, three layer, four layer, five layer. You see that here. One layer, two layer, three layer, four layer, five layer. This is the base. So here I taught you how to create an image using Dockerfile. This is the automated way. You have to practice a lot on this part. You have to combine with your knowledge on Linux, application understanding and all stuff like that. You have to build it. And then I taught you how can you share an image using registry. So right now I have used the public registry, but next time when you log in like this, rajesh.registry.com, something like that. URL will be given by your organization. Login, push pull and stuff like that you can do that. Make sense?
If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video.
Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest.
Thanks for watching.